Hi there, it's Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, Worldwide TV Network, WomenOnTV.tv, I-2247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. So this is a special show because we get to talk to this young lady that I've never met before. Let's see, she's in Maryland and she's got an interesting book. But first, before we go to that, we got to talk about Rachel Roberts and where she is. She's out of Houston, Texas, stay-at-home mom. She's one of our newest co-hosts, and we'll be doing stuff with her eventually. So here we go. All right, Joan, tell us who you are and the name of this interesting book, because I've been wanting to know more about this title through Hasmark. Go ahead.
Thank you, Brian. I am so excited to be on your amazing show and to meet Rachel virtually, at least. My name is Joan Ekobena, and I'm in Maryland, in the beautiful state of Maryland, where we have the best crabs. And yeah, so my book is titled Money Locates You, and I'll be sharing a little bit more about about the book with you all, in a little bit more detail about the book with you all in a few here. I have been the CEO of my company. My husband and I own a home care agency with Visiting Angels for over 20 years, and I am excited that I'm able to go into this journey of writing and becoming an author.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to read this book. I need some money over here.
That's right, don't we all?
So Joan, talk about this title. Why is that title important? How did you find out through Hasmark? And talk about why people need to read this book, because everybody needs money. Everybody. This is not an issue that's not going to go away.
Right.
So starting with the title, first of all, I was not thinking of writing a book this time. And the title actually came to me. And I was coming out of the shower one morning. I usually do my praise and worship thing in the shower. And I was coming out and I just heard Money Locates You. I'm like, wait a minute, what does this mean? What has it got to do with anything? Money Locates You. So I got the title before I even thought of writing. I was like, okay, maybe I need to write a book around this. And it was so, it just was so impressed on me, on my spirit to do this. So I was like, okay, I'm going to embark on this journey. And my husband is lifelong learner of Bob Proctor's, and that's how he came across Peggy McCall, famous Peggy McCall, and then Judy Oben from Hasmark, right? So that's how I got in touch with Judy's publishing company to help me with the book. Now, why the book and who needs to read it? Why is it beneficial? Like Rachel said, we all need money. We need money, right? Mm-hmm. For whatever reasons, whatever your beliefs are, we need money. It's a vital tool for existence, I believe. But Money Locates You, it's going to be a revelation for anyone who has been working hard. And when I mean working hard, I mean working hard. You know, 2 jobs, 3 jobs here, long hours, night, days, weekends, no life. Just working hard, hoping to make ends meet, hoping to get to the point where they're financially free, but nothing has happened that has significantly changed their status, their financial status. So Money Locates You, it's going to give them a lot of, like I said, it's a revelation. It's going to give them a lot of ideas and tools and resources, step by step, to help them look at money in a different way. So I'm trying to change the conversation about money, okay?
I like that. All right, so Rachel, tell Joan what you do and talk to her and tell her about the new money that came your way, because what she just said is what just happened to you.
Right. I was thinking the same thing, you know, money located me. I am. Yeah, you know, I'm a home chef and I shoot cooking videos in my kitchen, and I don't have 3 or 4 jobs, but man, I feel like I'm working all the way around the clock. So I'm a single mom. I've got 2 boys, and you know, Brian has, he's invited me to this great trip to Nashville for women in film and television to speak out there. And I was like, how am I going to get this money together? And so we put together a fundraiser, and, we threw it out into the universe that I needed it. I wanted it. And we had goals set, and money, it came. And so, I really is very interested in reading your book and finding out, these, tools and resources and ideas that this book provides. I'm excited about this. But yeah, I can definitely tell you that my own life, money located me recently. So it's already
great. And you mentioned the magic word. I don't like saying magic, but you mentioned the word universe, right? And there are certain laws in the universe that if we follow, we can have the same experience like you just did. Okay, so yes, the title "Money Locates You," someone would think, okay, money is just going to fall down from the sky. I wish, but there are certain principles and certain laws that we have to follow and put in practice for this to happen. But it's very, very possible.
So Joan, you said three things. It is about the universe. I always go by universal law for one. And you talked about it came to you in the shower. Water is very spiritual. So yes, I get a lot of my ideas coming from the shower too. So I'm not surprised that you said that, because that's how it works. And then the other thing is creating, doing, I am. Those things are really powerful when it comes to the universe. And I always tell people, if you don't put that stuff out to the universe, how's the universe going to know what you need to have coming back to you? It's cause and effect, right?
Absolutely. So we have to know what these laws are. We have to connect with these laws, connect with the universe. I believe that when I said money locates you, because the money is out there yearning to come to you or through you. But if you don't know how to position yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually for this to happen, you will continue working hard.
Yeah, it won't come, right?
It won't come.
You gotta step up and let the universe know that you want it and you need it, and prayers, right? Every night praying, like letting God know.
That's right. And then you have our beliefs also. I talk a lot about our beliefs in the book without going into much detail here. But sometimes I like to say sabotage. We are our own worst enemies, right?
Fear.
Because of what we think and what we believe.
Right.
We may say we want the money to come, but we're doing and saying things that are just blocking that flow of money into our life.
I believe that too. Definitely. You can pray for opportunities, but you also have to pray that you don't have that fear to act upon them. So, I pray at night for the next day for God to give me opportunities for more things, but also not have that fear in me to react and to not take them. So I hear you.
And and that's funny about that is that the same thing. I walk and say my affirmations. My God, I've been doing them definitely since 1996. I must look crazy walking down the street or riding on my Segway or my scooter. But here's the thing, Joan, I don't care, because if I'm not, I don't. I gave up thinking, oh, there goes that crazy black guy. What's he praying about? I don't care. It's about putting it out in the universe. And I always tell people on our show, if I don't put it out there, it's not going to come back to it in a way. So I look forward to reading this book too, because it is true. Give one, maybe two principles of what the universal laws is, because they got to read the book to get the other ones, right, Joan?
Yeah. Okay. One will be your law of attraction. Yep. Another one will be law of oneness.
Okay. Of what?
Oneness. ONENESS, oneness.
Okay. Oneness. Oh, I gotcha.
So talk about why the oneness is important, because it's very important.
Yes, the oneness goes into the spiritual side, and your level of awareness or self-awareness determines the experiences or what you experience in life. Okay, and when I'm referring to self-awareness, I'm looking at the holistic self-awareness. It's not just, okay, I'm a type A personality or all of that. Looking at who you are from the spiritual side, your source, how you came about, and your purpose. Once you're able to identify with your source, you have oneness. You can get to the point where in alignment with source, you have oneness. And with that oneness, whatever source can do, you can do.
Absolutely. So Rachel, well, that's true, Joan. So Rachel, you and I are in oneness because you and I talk a lot, and then you can see how everything's being created, because it is true of what she's talking about. So Joan, I always say I practice Buddhism. So I'm always looking at different things. You take from here, and it all applies. So I like to be that walking kind of billboard where I'm asking for things to come our way, but I'm asking for my friends who need it. And I go, I can ask all I want and I can create these things, but you got to help me. Your mental mindset has to be there too, right?
Absolutely. And I have a chapter on the mind as well. I refer to the mind as your exceptionally powerful mind. And many times people don't know that this is the one tool that you have to manifest whatever you want. Using it rightly, being able to feed it with the right thoughts, feelings.
Being happy.
Yeah.
Right.
The feel good, pill.
Feel good.
And you'll be able to do amazing things.
Yes.
One of the things, Brian, I like to let your listeners or viewers know, I'm trying to, when I say change the conversation about money, is some people, they just believe that they shouldn't ask for more. They feel guilty. It's like a guilt trip. Why should I have more money? That's their, maybe from childhood, they were made to believe that. As a matter of fact, I was on a panel last week, and this lady, it was a major concern for her. And she raised the question, how can you be saying all these things? I have a hard time thinking I should have more money. Well, if that's your belief and you're comfortable where you are, that's fine. But for somebody who thinks that they should have more or deserve more, we need to learn to change those beliefs, those ideas. Because if you feel like you don't deserve it, well, the universe is not going to give it to you.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Joan, this is one of the things I say to our co-host Terry and a bunch of my friends around the world. I'm like, how's the universe going to respond to you if you don't know what you want? You got to tell it. So this is where people get tricky about things. I tell everything to the universe. I shout it out loud. I don't care.
Me too.
I do. And the reason why I used to show Tuesday night shows for doing stuff, because if I don't put it on tape, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then some people, Joan, going to your mindset of things, is they're afraid to express what they want because they want to keep it so close to them. I go, no, it's a balance. Don't be afraid to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Words, I talk about words a lot in the book. Words have the power to create. Yeah. But you have to speak. I believe the creation came from source, from God. He spoke creation, right? Things into being. So you have to speak whatever it is you want to manifest. And you have to be confident that it's going to happen. You have to have the belief that it's going to happen. When you put it out there and you align yourself with source, it is bound to happen.
Right. Be passionate about it.
Yes.
So, and if you're passionate about it and you feel it, then other people are going to feel it because you're feeling it, and it's contagious.
So Rachel, I think this is how I kind of found you on your cooking. I found you fascinating. I saw the passion for what you were doing, and I'm like, well, I know how to help her. This is kind of how it came in to that. So Joan, this is why I look at people. When I walk into a room, there's always one person that I want to meet. Just one. There's always more, but there's always one. I just want one person that I could either help or that I could see with our dream of arts that'll come into all the stuff that we want to do, helping other people around the world. Now, I was concerned of what your book was going to be because I'm used to meeting all these people. But once you popped in, I'm like, oh, she's going to be fine. She's going to be part of Movie Reviews and More. I can see it already. So that's one reason why I like to do our Zooms first, because I get a feel of what they do. And I already know where the energy is going. Let's go back to that shower scene, Joan, because again, that spiritual water, you didn't know you were going to have this title. You didn't even know you were going to write that book.
No.
Talk about that. That's important.
It is important. And I do a lot of affirmation as well. Anytime where I'm driving, it doesn't matter. Just like you, Brian, I don't care who is watching or listening. If I have to say it, I put it out there. Okay. So I believe that when the clouds are full, they let down rain. So
I love
all the affirmations that I've been putting out, I believe culminated in this idea and this inspiration of writing this book, Money Locates You. I love money. Some people say, oh, you don't have to say you love money. Well, if you say you hate money, guess what? Everything has energy, right? It's going to keep its distance. You know, it's just like people. Sometimes you don't have to hear, or someone doesn't have to say anything. Just by the energy, you can tell whether you're attracted to them or you want to know more about them. Same thing with money. Money has energy. Now, if you say you don't love money, guess what? That energy is there and it's not going to come to you. So my spirituality and my beliefs are that, yes, I love money, but I don't love money more than God. No. There's nothing wrong with me having money, because the more of it I have, the more I can help, the more of it I can give away, the more of it I can support causes that are, true to my values, and just to support humanity. So the idea, being in the shower, I was connected with Source, I believe, at that time. In my affirmations, in my praise, in my singing, in my worship, whatever, I felt the connection, and that is how I was able to pick up the signals, if I may say, to hear. Because sometimes you're so in your own space that even if the thoughts, the ideas, or the inspirations are coming, you don't pick them up. And that could just go bye for a long while. But I was connected, I was vibrationally aligned, so I could pick up that message or that inspiration and the title of the book.
Well, that's the other thing about this too. You can ask for things and you can pray all you want, but if your intentions aren't truly there, and if you're not paying attention, which people forget, you got to also pay attention to this stuff. Think about this, Joan. It's been 33 weeks now. I found $12.20 in dimes in that period of the week, in dimes. Now, if you look at the definition of finding what dimes means, there's hidden messages.
Yeah, that's huge. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So think about that. This is just dimes. Yeah. And then I started finding nickels, a nickel here and then a nickel here. So what it says is that you're telling you that you're on the right track. Think about that. That's a lot of dimes that I found. It's not like I was looking for dimes. No, I'd be looking this way. I'm like, oh, is that a dime? And then I find another one. I found 5 dimes in a couple of days. No, I mean, in a couple of days, 5 dimes in those days. Think about that. So when it comes there. Well, yeah. So that says that I'm on the right path. So when I'm telling people what I'm creating, going back to your book and what you're talking about, is an exact same thing. Now, I haven't even read your book, but you telling me what you're talking about, we're in that oneness. Same thing with Rachel and I when we talk on the phone. I see it. So when I get together and we're working on our panels and I meet these other people coming in, they're all going to be coming to the Dreamweaver Artist Ranch. And Joan, your future book is going to be in our library. You didn't know that, but I like what it's talking about because I agree with what you're saying. I'm sure Rachel does too, right, Rachel?
I definitely agree. Absolutely. Money gives you security. And you don't, when you have that security, you sleep better at night. You feel happier. And so anyone that says that they don't care about money, I mean, I don't believe them, because money makes you feel secure. What happens if you get sick and you have to have some kind of, stuff done to you and you don't have any money? I'm
glad you mentioned that, Rachel, because before writing the book, when I was thinking about this, I was like, okay, how do I go about this? And I thought, why don't I talk to some people, some family members, some friends, acquaintances? And I decided to do a survey about money. Just 2 questions, what are your beliefs or thoughts about money? And what would you think if I said money locates you? Oh my goodness. You need to read the book to get some of those responses. They were amazing. Some of them you would laugh out loud. Some of them you were like, oh. You know, they were really evoking some strong sentiments because one lady said, oh, I don't want to have more money because it brings bad luck. And I'm like, excuse me?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
I was looking at, okay, maybe these are average people, you know, and let me see what the wealthy and the billionaires and multimillionaires think about money. So I did a little bit of research on that, and polar opposite, you know. So that says a lot too. Your beliefs about money would determine how you think about money, how you respond even to opportunities. If you think money is going to bring you bad luck, and somebody is saying, "Hey, this is an opportunity," you stay away from it.
Right.
You know, or money is the source of all evil. And then this, I can't remember who said this when I said, no, lack of money is the source of all evil.
Right. Yeah, that's what causes people to do bad things is they want money. Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So we got a couple of minutes left. So Joan, talk about this. Why is this book important? And who did you specifically write this book for?
Okay. This book is important for anyone who wants to manifest money in their life or who wants to manifest abundance. Now, I believe those who are of middle income, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, trying to make ends meet will benefit most from it. And also those who are spiritually inclined and they think, well, they just have to pray and the money will come. No. You want to pray, but you want to take action. So I have a lot of information to guide you on how to be able to make that happen. Of course, prayers are important. We need that, but you don't stop there. So it's for anyone who wants to see a difference. They want to see a quantum leap in their lifestyle. It's because when you work so hard, you don't have time for family. You don't have time for yourself. Yeah. So it's for anyone who is looking for greater fulfillment, not just for money in their life.
I like that. All right, Rachel, tell her what you do really quickly and why this is important.
First of all, Joan, I want to say that I think you wrote this book for me. Thank you, Joan. I'm going to go out and get first of all, where can I get this book? Is it on Amazon?
We're not live yet. We're not launched yet. But
okay.
We'll be having 2 launches, one for the ebook and one for the paperback. So just stay tuned, connected on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We have a YouTube channel. And our website is premierdestiny.com. You can see that on my background there. Real quick, I forgot to mention this. I have a puzzle, so I created a puzzle. You can see it on there. It's the manifestation puzzle to go along with the book. You can get it on its own, but it's about the power of your mind. I say if you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Thank you, Joan.
Rachel, give your social media links for Joan and everybody.
Oh, okay. Joan, please find me. Look me up at Rachel Roberts Recipes.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to connect with you. Thank you, Joan. It was great meeting you.
And
Thank you so much.
As I always say with this, I look forward to it. Joan, I love this. I can't wait to this. So sometime in June that this will be available? That's right?
The e-copy, the ebook will be in May, the paperback in June. Yes.
Okay. All right. I look forward to this because this is what I talk about daily to my friends around the world. And sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. I can't wait to see some of the responses in your book because it's probably some of the nutty responses that I'm getting. They're like, you can't do this. I'm like, really?
Why?
Watch me. Exactly. Right. Watch me. Rachel, anytime I put something on a show, it's going to happen. Goodness. That's why I put it on a show. So it's bookmarked. Yep. So okay. So Joan, thank you for this. So I have to always say this. For those people, you have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. And if you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours. And keep your eyes out for Joan's book. And you can see in her background all her social media links and through Hasmark Publishing. So I look forward to meeting her soon. And she's going to be part of the Movie Reviewers, the More part team. And her future book is going to be in our future library on the Dreamweaver Artist Ranch, which will be good. So I'm Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More. And we will see you next week.